your show is you guys do an amazing job at BS3 Radio, and I'm just glad to be part of it as a guest, as a returning guest.
I appreciate that, man. And like I said, I'm glad to support your show always. Like I said, I'm always listening. I always see what guests you have, and I was like, I got to keep up with your guest list because.
No, but here's the thing though. The guests I get, I just give it to you. So it's all.
Same thing.
I did.
Yeah, same thing. Like I said, we have a lot of the same guests, and I reached out to a lot of the guests you have had, and vice versa. And we always support each other, which I'm glad that we do. You're killing it as well. I really appreciate, the things that you've accomplished and what you're continuing doing, and, continued success on that. So what you got upcoming? I know you got some other things cooking up this weekend. What do you got upcoming for the next few days?
So today, I'm doing a joint show with, Camley Elliott. He does a podcast too.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm doing a joint show with him today with Levon Kirkland, a former NFL player from the Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers, yep.
Yeah, he played for Clemson, so he's coming on our show today at 2 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. So, and Sunday, NFL Sunday is back. I'm sure we're going to get into that discussion, but I'm having C.J. Holmes, defensive back from Kent State. He's a Penn State transfer. He transferred from Penn State to Kent State. So he's an interesting athlete. I'm really looking forward to that interview tomorrow because he has a really inspiring background and inspiring story. So I'm really looking forward to that interview. And then obviously Monday, I'm working for I have Monday to Thursday filled up, and then Friday I just have to look for guests.
Oh, okay. So you already got it. Like you said, you usually a week ahead with the guests and everything. And it's funny because now even when I have so many, we have guests almost every week, and I have to now get a notebook just to remember who I reached out to 2 weeks ago. I reached out to someone 2 weeks ago. Just now I just got to confirm it. He definitely said he would come on next week. So I just got to now confirm. I got to look back and say, I got to reach out to him and make sure that he's good to go, because I didn't, don't want to forget who I've reached out to. So, but yeah, thank you again for coming on the show once again. But let's get into this NFL season, week one. Well, first, what you think of the Chiefs and Texans game for Thursday night?
It lived up to the hype, man. I predicted 34-27 Chiefs. I was close. But Mahomes, he left off where he was last year, 3 touchdown passes. Man, the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't need fans, man. This team is loaded. So I feel like they're gonna have a great season again. And obviously, look at the offensive talent they have. Travis Kelce. Speaking of Kelce, I have him on my fantasy team, so he's gonna have a monster year. Yeah. So and I feel like and then Clyde Zeller, the rookie from LSU, that was a great draft pick, and he already showed it this in the first game. And man, this team is there's no weakness. There's no weakness on this team. I think they're capable of repeating, but I don't want to see that, obviously. But I'm a Cowboy fan, and no, that game lived up to the hype. What a great way to open up the season, especially during this tough time. What a great job by the NFL with the scheduling this year, and just to keep the people entertained and have something positive to think about. And the Texans. Speaking of the Texans, even though they lost, I like their team because I know they lost DeAndre Hopkins, but let me tell you why I like this team so much. They have so much speed on the team now. But David Johnson, he looks healthy. David Johnson looks healthy. That's the key. Yep. And then they have speed receivers in Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb. I really like their offensive team. Their defense is always going to be there. But the Texans, man, watch out for them. They can be a sneaky playoff team this year if everything goes right with them. And I have Watts on my fantasy team, so I need him to have a good year. But the Texans, even though they lost Hopkins, it's not about one star. It's about the whole team.
Yeah, and that's I think that's where we get to see how good they can be. They just ran into a better, more talented, unstoppable offense in the Chiefs. And look at last year when the Texans they were up 24-0 against them, and the Chiefs are so good that they came back and won it. So yeah, I really like what the Chiefs have. They're, like I said, they're loaded offensively. Defensively, they got guys flying all over the place, making plays. They look like they're about to repeat. So we'll see. It's a long season. And the one thing I like what Patrick Mahomes did say, he said that, if they take the deep pass, I can still do the short passes, and we still have more pieces on offense where I can pick teams apart. So they can beat you in a lot of different ways. And the rookie Clyde Edwards-Helaire, when now he's getting going now too. I mean, goodness, man, he had over 100 yards rushing, touchdown, 125 yards rushing, a touchdown, and that's another weapon that they have. So Andy Reid as a coach, great coach, Hall of Fame coach, great play caller. The Chiefs are on a mission. They're going to win a lot of games and probably get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but just to follow up on the Chiefs real quick, Andy Reid compared Helaire to Brian Westbrook.
Yes.
When he had him in Philly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like that's a good comparison. But right now it's too early to tell. But after the one game, probably you can say that he's already a star in the making. But I like that comparison with Brian Westbrook. I think that he can be Andy Reid can use him at like what he did with in Philly. And then also speaking of the Chiefs, I had Damone Harris on my show, the linebacker from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I asked him, what is the message from Andy Reid? He said the same one from last year. So.
Same thing, yeah. It's like, and I heard that comparison with Brian Westbrook, and me as an Eagle fan, I've always been a big Andy Reid fan. He was there 15 seasons and had great success. He didn't win the Super Bowl, but he had great success. They got 5 NFC championships, got to a Super Bowl, and he's always been a good offensive play caller. Now that he has Patrick Mahomes, and best player in football to me. Definitely best player in football. And the guy he's unbelievable. And what Andy Reid has done, and he's still improving. That's the scary thing about Patrick Mahomes. It's only in his third year. So second year as a starter, third year as a starter. So it's going to be crazy of how good he can really be, how great he can be. He's already great. So what other? I
wanted to break some news on your show. A couple of news from Adam Schefter. If you don't know about this yet, Saints and Alvin Kamara came to agreement on a 6-year contract extension, and then Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings came to a contract extension for 5 years, and then Cooper Kupp and the Rams are finalizing a 3-year deal.
Yep, I just saw that. All those breaking news. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I just seen it. Just popped up on my timeline too. Breaking news. So players are getting paid right before they start, right before the season start. Hey, good way to start your new season. Well, okay. What other games for week 1 that you're looking forward to, or other storylines that you like in this upcoming season?
Saints and Buccaneers. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. That's a game everybody should be watching, and I feel like. Man, with no fans in the Dome Stadium, that gives an edge to the Patriots. But sorry, not the Patriots, Buccaneers. But anything can happen with no fans, and obviously Drew Brees is good at home. But I think that's gonna be a close game. And Tom Brady, obviously, it's all about chemistry. And the Buccaneers, obviously, they have a brand new team, brand new system. So they have to. I don't know how. I'm really intrigued to see what's gonna happen there on the offensive side. But that should be a good game. I'm really looking forward to that one. And I think, and also obviously my Dallas Cowboys Sunday night against the Rams. Let's go. How about them Cowboys? Let's go. Sorry, Courtney, but I have to do that. But
I know you got to do it.
No, but that game I'm really looking forward to. With Mike McCarthy, his first game as a Cowboys coach tomorrow night on a primetime game. So hopefully we show up. The Rams are no joke. The Rams are a good team, obviously. But I feel like that's gonna be a great game. But I think those are the 2 headline games for me, in my opinion. But obviously, there's a lot more great games on the schedule for tomorrow. But I think those are the 2 headline games that everybody should be looking at.
Got your eyes on. Yeah, I like the game that you said, Cowboys and Rams. I like that. I like the Bucs and the Saints. I definitely, just to see what Tom Brady, on a new team, new system.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. I was talking about some of the other games.
Who do you guys play tomorrow?
The Eagles play Washington tomorrow.
Oh,
Washington
okay. That should be an easy win for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. You never know with these NFC East. You know how it is. The NFC East matchups. The Eagles struggle against the struggle. It's hard to not to say Redskins. Washington football team. Yeah. So, but the Washington football team, they struggled against them last year. Both games. They had to come back on both games. So they did sweep them, but I'm looking forward to see what the Eagles can do. Carson Wentz coming into his prime. They made some changes on offense and defense, just like the Cowboys have. So I think it comes down to the Cowboys, Eagles, and the NFC East once again, like last year. Hopefully the division is a little bit better than last year.
I mean,
yeah,
it should be. It should be better. It
should be much better. Should be better. I mean, there's Cam Newton with New England
Patriots. I'm really looking forward to who they play. The Patriots.
They got the Dolphins first.
Oh, okay.
First game. The Dolphins are improving. I think they're still rebuilding, but I want to see what Cam and what Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels can do with Cam Newton. I think they can unlock. He's so talented. They can unlock something, and they got a new weapon that they can use now. The Patriots without Brady for the first time in 20 years or 20 seasons. So that's another one. So there's quite a few games. 49ers in Arizona. I think that's a key matchup.
Hopkins debut.
Yeah, Hopkins debut. Can Kyler Murray, how much can he improve? 49ers, can they get back to the Super Bowl? That's another storyline. There's so many good storylines heading into this season. But let's talk about your Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Let's talk about them. First and foremost, did you see what Skip Bayless said about Dak Prescott?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That was a not in that moment. Skip, come on, Skip. You should know better. You're a Cowboy fan too. He keeps saying my Cowboys. I don't think Skip is a Cowboy fan in my opinion, the way he talks about them. But after that comment, I have lost some respect for Skip. Man, Dak Prescott is going through a lot. He lost his brother.
Yeah.
His mother. He lost his mother at a young age, and his family's been through a lot. And Skip, for saying that comment, it was not the right time and the right moment, man. And
not at all.
I feel so bad, and Dak Prescott, man, he's going to come out with a vengeance, in my opinion. I don't know if he saw Skip's comment, but if he did, Dak Prescott, you got to show him off. You got to show Skip what you are, and shut his mouth, because Dak Prescott, man, he with CeeDee Lamb, and I feel like he's going to be an improved quarterback. And having Mike McCarthy now, I feel like that's going to help him in a big way, but. For the haters out there, man, Dak Prescott, we need to re-sign him. I'm sold on him. Actually, I'm 100% sold. As a Cowboy fan, give him the money that he deserves. And this guy, he's gonna improve, in my opinion.
Yeah, the thing that Skip said, like you said, was just that was something something that it shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have even brought that up. The guy, it was, like I said, he's going through a lot of different things in his life, and he came out and just basically wanted to have awareness to mental health and depression, which is a serious conditions that is nothing to play with. And what Skip said was very
out of line.
Out of line. It was it was wrong in all any way you put it. And I guess he apologized, but he really didn't. I don't think his apology was genuine at all, and he knows he's done wrong. I know Fox addressed him. I'm surprised he didn't get suspended, but then again, they I know somebody said he was getting a new contract. So Skip is saying he said some outlandish thing, but he was way out of line. He went way over the line on this. You don't say that about people that are going through depression or people that are going through mental health issues. And I give props to Dak Prescott for bringing this up. Because it's he's bringing awareness to this, and it needs to be out there where he's comfortable with saying I was going through all these things because I lost family members. So I am depressed about this. I am worried about this, stressed out about this, and and it's a big thing. So yeah, Skip was way out of line, and he shouldn't have said it. Wrong timing, bad timing. He shouldn't have said it at all.
I was about to blast Skip Bayless on Twitter. I was about to say something bad about Skip on Twitter, but I didn't want to because I don't want to kill my good reputation as a podcaster. So I was going to say some pretty bad things on Twitter
Yeah, right. Yeah.
from Skip. So I held back saying, let me not do this. Let me express it in a different feeling. And because Skip Bayless, I know everybody respects him in the sports world, but I don't. I lost some respect for Skip after saying that.
I mean, I'm not I used to watch him on First Take when he was on there, and I don't really watch him in Shannon Sharp's show. Every once in a while, I do just to watch it. But I did like Skip a little bit, but it's like you said, it's one of those things like you start losing respect for him like that, and when people say things like that. So I really don't. It's something that he shouldn't have said, and he was way out of line with it. So very disappointing that he said that.
Let me ask you a question here real quick. So obviously, I'm a big Cowboy fan here, and how much money? So obviously, Dak Prescott wants 35 plus, but for you as a GM or owner, how much money would it give Dak right now?
I guess because the quarterback position and the money it ranges. So Carson Wentz, I think he would get that type of money. Wentz, Jared Goff, they're making what 32, 33 million. So Dak is in that range, 33, 34 million. Because Russell Wilson, he makes 35. Now you got Deshaun Watson making 37, 38. Yeah. And then we got Patrick Mahomes making over 40 million a year. So that could be in that between that 30 to 35 million dollar range. That's what I would pay him. I know they were looking at a 5-year deal he wanted a 3 or 4 year, and the Cowboys wanted a 4 to 5 year deal. I think Dak's going to get signed. It's now, he's making 30. What is he making? 30 something million now on a 1 year.
30. on the franchise tag.
Yeah, franchise tag. So he can make up to towards 38, 39 million. I doubt the Cowboys are going to want to pay that much for 1 year next year. Yeah. So they might as well sign him long term. So he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder. I think he'll have a good year. I don't know how good the Cowboys will be. What do you think? What's your expectation for the Cowboys? They've improved offensively. So what's your realistic expectation for the Cowboys?
12-4.
12-4.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm really high on this team, and I'm just happy that I don't have to see Jason Garrett anymore. I hate Jason Garrett. Mike McCarthy. Bring on Mike McCarthy, man. That was a great hire. I like what he brings so far to the team. We have a whole new coaching staff. Hey, I keep telling you, man, we had the best special teams coordinator now in the league, John Falso from the Rams. We stole him away from the Rams. This guy, he's one of the best special teams coordinators in the game. And you know what we struggle with? Special teams. And I feel like that we'll be better with the special teams. And man, I'm hyped for tomorrow's game. And if you don't mind, can I make a prediction for tomorrow night?
Yeah, sure.
All right. My Cowboys are going to win 34-21.
Wow. High scoring. Mike McCarthy's first game as a Cowboys coach. I don't know if there's going to be any struggling or not. I'm not sure from the beginning. We'll see. The Cowboys, if you say 12-4, my Eagles got to go 13-3. Then that's it. They have to go 13-3. They got to win the division, man. Right. But I think the Cowboys, they'll win. To me, I think they'll win 9 to 10 games. I think they'll go 9-7 or 10-6. They can't go 8-8. They can't go. Now Ben BS3 himself. He said I really like Nathan. He said he's a Cowboys fan too. he said Dak will get signed. There's some comments. He says Skip is an idiot. So
is that the next guest you have on?
No, I don't have Ben Sutters on this week, so don't have him on. But he's got a show coming up tonight. He has a big show tonight. The BS3 podcast is on tonight, so check that out. It's on Facebook live. But he's a Cowboys fan too. So he loves the 12-4 prediction. But the Cowboys they should be improved. I think their only weakness, as we talked about before, is the defense. Special teams and defense. They did make some changes on defense.
Iverson Griffin.
Yeah, they did get it. They had to get Iverson Griffin. So I think that's where they're struggling. Maybe they have to outscore a lot of teams. They have the offense to do it. So they definitely have the offense to do it. So it's gonna be so much fun, man. The NFC East is gonna be that top of the NFC East is gonna be a battle. Eagles and Cowboys. So I'm looking forward to that. So any other games or teams?
Oh, actually, The one other game that intrigues me real quick is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Giants Monday Night Football.
Yes.
Let me tell you why. Because Big Ben is back.
Yep.
And also I think he's going to come out with the vengeance. This is another chip on the shoulder type of guy for Ben Roethlisberger. He needs to come out and prove himself that he can still play.
Yep.
I really like Juju Smith-Schuster to take the next level as a number one receiver. And also watch out for Claypool, the guy who they drafted from Notre Dame. He's an underrated receiver, so I feel like he's going to have a good year. And on the Giants side, Daniel Jones, I'm looking forward to see what he does in the second year. Obviously, Saquon Barkley is a stud, and the one thing that concerns me is the receiving core. I don't think they have enough depth on the receiving core.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that concerns me. But they improved their offensive line with Andrew Thomas in the draft, so I feel like they can. They have a young team, but their Joe Judge making his debut as a coach. I'm really looking forward to what he does there.
Yeah, and with the Giants, he did a lot of disciplinarian. He's like a disciplinarian because when they mess up in practice, when I was reading, he started practice over. Like if they make any like major mistakes, he ripped them. I guess a couple of days ago, I guess they were a lackluster practice. So the Giants might be a more disciplined team than they've been. They're concerns with their offense. Besides Saquon Barkley, their offensive line. The Saquon line is a stud. But like I said, the receivers, I should say, and the lack of depth, and their offensive line is still shaky. So can they keep Daniel Jones? Can they keep him clean in the pocket? I think that's a big major thing. And their defense, their defense was very bad last year too. So they're very suspect. So last one on this. I know it's early, but who do you think will prevail to get to the Super Bowl? I know you'll probably pick your Cowboys, but besides the Cowboys, who else do you think?
You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna be biased here, but as a podcaster and if you want to be this is what I tell people and my friends. If you want to be a good reporter, a good podcaster, you can't always pick your team. You got to go against your team. So
you do.
I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs and Seahawks.
Ooh, I like that. I actually like Seattle a lot. When we talked about it on the YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel, we I'm very high on Seattle because I think Russell Wilson doesn't get the respect that he deserves. This guy is a top tier quarterback. To me, the second best quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
The odds on favor for him to win MVP. I think he's in that top 5, top 10 for MVP. I think he could win it, but it depends on Mahomes, and you got Lamar Jackson too. But Mahomes is right up there, or not Mahomes. I mean Russell Wilson. He's right up there. So I'm very high on them. They just let Russell Wilson be Russell Wilson. He makes plays with his legs, his arms. They got a solid running game. They improved on defense a little bit. Offensive line is a weakness, but Russell Wilson, he makes them better. I can see DK Metcalf taking the next step to becoming a solid receiver. I like that. I actually like that prediction. I can see that, like Seattle, and I do like Kansas City in the AFC. I think
I also have another prediction that could happen. Ravens. It's either going to be Ravens or Chiefs in the AFC. Ravens, they're loaded too. So I got the Ravens 49ers is another prediction for me.
Yeah, definitely. It's the Ravens they're playing with a chip on their shoulder because how their season ended last year, disappointing and had the best record in the NFL, 14-2, and then struggle in the playoffs. I mean, they ran into a Titans team that just ran right through them.
Right.
So I can see, and Lamar Jackson wants to prove that he could still improve as a quarterback, which is scary. They have speed on offense and defense. And like I said, Lamar Jackson MVP, so they have a good shot to get to the Super Bowl, take the next step and get to the Super Bowl because now it's all about them performing in the playoffs. So we'll see. All right, man, I'm going to let you go because I know you got a big show coming up tomorrow, or I should say today. Sorry about that for today. So looking forward to listening to your show. So let everyone know where they can find your show, and thanks again for coming on to The Real Deal as well.
Yeah, you can find. Thank you again, Courtney, for having me on. This has been awesome. You do a great job, and
thank you.
I'm gonna actually I'm gonna mention your podcast to Levon Kirkland. So look out for that. So everyone can find me on Twitter, Instagram, the NR Hour _, and then YouTube, and then Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. I'm always active. I'm always hustling. If people know me, if people know me, if people don't know me, you should get to know me, because I don't give up. I'm a hustler. I'm always I can't people, and then these guests already know about me because I message them until they agree. So, but thank you again. So.
Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Continue success. Continue to get those great guests, and like I said, popular podcast, the NR Hour. Find it all over social media. And you said if you don't know Nathan, you will. You definitely will, because, like you said, he pursues all his guests, and he gets these guests. And like I said, I'm always watching, see who he has. Then I reach out, and then, like I said, vice versa. So I really appreciate you, man. And thank you for coming on to the show. And I'll talk to you very soon, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your show, your weekend. And by the way, I'm having Sean Smith next Friday, September 18th, on Zoom. If you want to join in.
Okay, yeah, I definitely will let you know.
He's a former NFL defensive end.
Defensive end, yep. I'll definitely let you know, man. I probably will jump on that with you, so keep me posted on that.
Yep. All right, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yep.